and welcome or welcome back to the Polymer Clay channel. Seems really weird saying that because I've spent 4 years saying just welcome. But anyway, if you are new here to my channel, I make weird stuff out of polymer clay. Quite often they're really big things and things you wouldn't expect. And today is no different. So I'm going to show you how to make some things out of Temu stuff today. So we've got this one, which is like a mandala kind of sort of mould, very flexible, very good. And I've also got a little face here. Can't wait to use this one because of course I haven't already, have I? So here is that one. I really like this, and what I wanted to do was make it a bit bigger because, to be honest, this was just too small. So I printed it out. I put it into ChatGPT and it came out with exactly the thing that I wanted. It just made it bigger. So this is a page. As you can see, it's a really big page, and this is the size that I wanted. Now I am going to do both on this video. So I'm going to do them this size and I'm also going to do it this size, and I'll explain at the end bit, the show and tell bit, where I make more sense why this happened. Anyway, moving on, here's the tutorial.
Like a light, lighting up in the dark. You make it right, I forgot how to act. It's so classic. Every time you make me nervous and I lose my words. It's been a while since I forgot the most simple words. I feel calm when you're around, like nothing can break me. Now I know why I never would worked out before. High low, it would always turn out bad, so bad. But every time we start a fight, we always stop in time. We both know how to be gentle, never cross the line. I feel calm when you're around, like nothing can break me. Yeah, yeah.
Thanks for watching the tutorial. So this is the show and tell part where I talk about what I've made, what I liked, what I didn't like, and basically how you can do better. I would say do better because you could just make it faster than me. The reason why this video is late is because after finishing what I'd made, I decided to make some more things. And well, 6-7 hours later, here we are. But anyway, so I'm going to show you first this one. And this is the kind of the Mandela kind of looking thing. I'm going to go in order of kind of how I like them. You'll probably realise which one I already like anyway, but here we go. So this is the hanging decoration, and as you saw from the tutorial, it's made with alcohol ink. So I'm going to go nice and close in so you can catch all the detail. I really enjoyed doing this one, but I wanted it to be darker. It was cool, but it still hasn't turned out like I wanted it to, but it has turned out a lot better than I thought it would. So I used translucent Sculpey. It wasn't Fimo, it was Sculpey on this one, and it just took to the pattern really well. I take my time with it, I push it in, and then I literally hold my fist on it while I'm pushing it all in and not taking my sort of hand off it, because then it'll pull the clay up. So it takes a bit of practice, but this one is a really sharp, as you can see from here. It's a really kind of good pattern, both sides as well. And yeah, I just really like this one. So you need to get your hands on this because it's one of the best ones that I've actually seen. Now, I still haven't tried these out in the oven. I will not, because I still think they're going to melt. So I do it the old-fashioned way, put it all in, wait for it to kind of sort of, you know, cool down, I guess, and then I pop it out. And so I really enjoyed doing this one. I liked experimenting with the colours, but like I said, I wish it was just went a little bit darker, and all that is just putting more alcohol inks on the clay. Now with these sort of things, I haven't done it this way before, but what I've done with alcohol inks before is kind of put it in cling film or saran wrap, I think you guys in America call it, and I blobbed it all in and then splattered it down and left it overnight, and that looked really cool. Now I love that, don't know why, it's kind of messy, but with this I was kind of not sure if I wanted to be like dead careful with it or whether I just wanted to chuck it all over, and I thought no, go a bit careful. And you would have seen the gold ink go into these parts here, and it just kind of flowed in all the edges and the grooves, and I thought, oh, this looks really good, and it went all the way around really lovely. And again, of course, on the other side as well. So with this one, I made two and then I put them back to back. And it just worked out fine. Now this is very heavy, it is heavy, which is why I put it on string. Yes, I could have done the wire, but to be honest with you, it was, I think ribbon just works just as fine. Okay, and from that I also made some little beads as well, and I just squashed it in random parts of the same mould. Likewise with these beads as well, I don't know whether you think this or not, but they look a bit like owls, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, I made those ones, and then this one is here as well. I just wanted something else, and if you squish it in different parts of the mold, it just looks really cool. So I did it in kind of this sort of area, which is what gives that kind of owl look. Now I didn't mean it to do that at all, I just thought it looked really good, and I thought, yeah, I can make some little beads out of that, and they didn't end up being little, of course. And then I made the whole thing into a hanging decoration. I wanted to make this kind of simple, and you know, I didn't have any sort of massive plan for it or anything. I just wanted to try out the mold, and I can guarantee that this one is a really good one to get. So I really like that. And yeah, you could sort of make any parts out of this. If you wanted just the middle bit, you could just squash the clay into the middle bit and have a little flower. So yeah, recommend this one, and it is linked in the description. So remember this one? Okay, so this is what I come up with. No, these aren't too bad. It's all right. So I used black clay for these ones, and then went over this with gilding wax. Gilding wax is really great. It doesn't smell too much, but there is a bit of a pong to it. But if you can put up with that, this is really good. Now, I'm not sure why I used gilding wax rather than sort of mica powder or something like that, but I just wanted to do something different. Gilding wax dries quite quickly, so you have to either pat it on and you go heavy, or you use a brush or something. But if you touch it a tiny bit, it's on it, so it stays. So you have to be kind of quite quick with these ones, but I just wanted to just decorate it. As simple as that. So that's what it looks like close up on that side. And of course, because they wouldn't necessarily go back to back, I couldn't make the little sort of bit that sticks up here, this bit here, I couldn't make it the same way the other way around if I was going to stick them back to back. So of course, with that, I had to make some extra decorations, which is what I did here. And yeah, it turned out okay. So I know I used to make things that didn't have a back to them, and now they do, and it's so much more work, and that's why I don't do it. But anyway, I did it. So here's the other side. They all look slightly different because I wanted them to, I don't want to do the same thing 4 times around. But yeah, I liked this one. This was, I think, my favourite. So it's got a bit there, and then some curly bits at the top. I did some extra decoration right in the middle there with a little dot, and yeah, it turned out okay. I did put gilding wax on the edging as well, and as you can see, it doesn't come off. It's a little bit sparkly, but that's about it. Once it's been in the oven and come out and cooled, it doesn't come off, which is pretty good. Now I'm going to show you quickly the other 2 that I made, which are back to back, because they are slightly different. So I've got a curly bit here, and then the original design is on this side here, and kind of where it went sort of naturally together, I made that the part you could hang it from, which worked out okay. So yeah, that is what it looks like. I didn't put gilding wax on this bit. I think I probably forgot. But yeah, I went round and gilded the outside as well. Now with these ones close in, you can see that I've done a little eyebrow there as well. Hasn't picked up on camera too well, but it was fun to try out. And as with a lot of these Temu molds that I'm finding, they are really good, really sharp, and I'm surprised. I have got to admit, I'm actually surprised. But I'm actually pleased as well, because they don't cost a lot of money, and with 10 quid you can probably buy at least 8 or not, or more. So yeah, this is the other side. Again, very similar, a bit more curly stuff around here, a little bit of a swirl around here as well. I just went wild. I don't know what I was doing with this. I didn't really have a plan, so I just went with it, and yeah, this is what we got. So we got 2. I don't know what to do with these, but we've got 2 anyway. So yeah, that's these ones. Now, the bit that I wanted to explain at the start but couldn't because it was in the future, not the past, I don't know. I get confused about filming sometimes, was this thing here. Now, I blew this up and then I was like, I didn't want to use it. So I folded it in half, didn't I? And then put it in my cupboard thing. And then I was like, well, these are crap. I didn't like them. I was like, no, this has got to be something better. So this is what happened. And I don't know, 10 o'clock last night, and I was like, no, I'm going to do more. So of course, that is why you didn't get the video originally, and then that's why you're probably not getting it tonight, because I don't know if I can edit it that quickly. But anyway, we are here. We're doing it. So this is what I traced. Yes, I traced it, and I'm going to show it to you now. Here we go. It's heavy, and because it's still on the tile, of course it's still on the tile. So here we go. This is what we got. I'm going to come out of shot so you can see it in full and get a look at this. So this is hopefully in shot. I'm going to just bring it back a little bit just so you can see all of the detail and how it all looks. And yeah, I went to town. So the reason why I've done this one is because, let's face it, I like making cool stuff out of clay. I don't want to make just something out of a mould. I didn't want to do just something little. I wanted something big. I always make something big, and I suppose in some ways I feel like if I haven't made it really big, then what have I done? So yeah, this is probably why I can't stay to time. But anyway, I'm going to talk about the top bit first. So I made the face, and I wanted to make the face and then not have any chance of poking it, prodding it, putting any clay on it, or making it smudged. So I use these. These you can't see very well because they've got a great big sticker at the front, but they are mica powders from Temu. Actually really good. Do recommend. I think they're about £3 or something. I used it to kind of glisten up the face, as you can see. Now it does have a little bit of pink mica powder on it now, but it didn't originally, because obviously what I wanted to do was bake it, and I didn't want it to just have plain kind of flesh coloured clay. I wanted, it needed something. So I used that to give it a bit of glimmer before I put it in the oven, and that worked out great. Now underneath the flesh coloured clay is some white. Now the reason why I did that, well, there was actually a couple of reasons. One, I haven't got very much of the skin colour anymore, and two, it does have a tendency to come out with a bit of a funny colour, and I didn't also want to make the whole thing out of white, so I had a bit of a what I call a conundrum. And the conundrum there, I can't even say it, and the conundrum was that I could either go with either, but it would be really, really thin if I went with just the skin colour, or it would look really weird if it was just white. And to be quite frank, I was fed up with working with white after my last attempt with my flower ages ago. So this is a long explanation, but anyway, this is how I did it. So I did the face first, and then I put it in the oven, which meant it stayed put and didn't move when I had to do the rest of it, which worked out great. And then I worked on all the rest of it, and as you saw from the tutorial, I worked in stages. I'm just going to see if I can balance it, because this is getting really heavy. Yeah, so I did this bit at the top here afterwards, and then of course the bit at the bottom, and I just added it and then used the paper to kind of trace what I needed, and yeah, made up the rest. So I'm going to take this really far in so you can get a good look. I'm going to come out a little bit. Yeah, so I just kind of made it up with some of the dots at the top here. The curly bits didn't always match, and then of course I had to put some, I call them dots because balls sounds really stupid, but anyway, balls. I put all different types of just shapes and cool stuff in it to make it really, really pop out, which is done. So yeah, let's go all the way up here. The face, hold on. The face bits here are really, no, let's go around here. Yep. The face ones are really, really skinny, a little bit more fiddly, but worth doing. So putting unbaked clay on baked clay is a little bit more difficult. So I used some Sculpey sticky adhesive stuff. I can't remember what it's called because I haven't got it in front of me, but it's like liquid polymer clay but more sticky. Anyway, I had fun with that, and it meant that I could put all these down. So I traced it first, so it had a little groove, and there was something there that I could sort of, you know, as a guide. And in that little groove, I then put the adhesive stuff, and then I put the clay on top. So that's pretty much how I did it. So let's bring that close in. And then as you can see, there's some pink parts there. I did put some mica powder, some of my normal mica powder in there, just to give it a bit of a shine up, which is how it looks like that. And when it came out of the oven, and I was like, oh, I'm not done. And then I got the super glue out and all of the shiny gems, and I love them. So let's bring this in a little bit down here. Great big, I can't say the word, cabochon. I can't say it. I know how to spell it. I know how to say the English language. Cannot say this word. Anyway, it's glass bead with a flat back. I'm sure you're going to try and tell me in the comments, but I just cannot do it. Anyway, so I put one here and two at the top there, which is what they're doing up there. And then I used all these little gems. It took me a really long while to try and get them all out of the bag. And I wanted certain colours. And of course, with a mixed bag, you have to take your time, which is exactly what I did. And they're all dotted around here, so I've got some gems down the bottom and down there as well. And although I didn't heavily cover it in mica powder, I wanted to just have fun, and I didn't want to overdo it. And of course, you know, I kept saying to myself, yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit more, and this is what ended up with me sort of overcoating things. So anyway, yeah, I put some glitter here in the corners, so almost like eyeshadow, but I just wanted to jazz up the eyes a little bit. And as you can see, right in the center there, I had some little gems as well, which make it sort of twinkle, I guess. Now, as you know before from things that I make on this big tile, I'm terrified of getting this off. I know that sharp bit at the top there is going to snap. This bit's probably going to snap. I'm going to do it really, really carefully and really, really slowly before I do the glamour shots. And if you see it all in one piece, then yay, I've done it. Anyway, so for the ending, this is how you use Temu moulds with a bit of a twist, and you end up with this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. I'm going to do them. This. I think the last one was a bit more unhinged. I'm going to talk about that one. But first I need to ask people to subscribe and like and share. How hard is that? Thanks for watching the tutorial. So if you like what I do and you like this tutorial, please let's have a ding dong in the background while we don't. Thanks for watching the tutorial. Oh my god. Thanks for watching the tutorial. So this is the show and tell part where I talk about what I liked, what I didn't, what I made, what I liked, what I didn't like. Thanks for watching the tutorial. It's going to be one of those videos. This has got a lot of hair in this. Where did all this dog hair come from? What I've done with alcohol there. This is exactly the same. I just back to backed it and do you have there? I put it back to that's the one. So I made two. This is the same one, but I made there. So this is the same mold, but I put no. So oh my god. So this is the same mold, but I just made two and put them back together, back to back. I put them back to back. Oh my god. Now again I said, no, oh my god. Now as it's covered in dog fur, it's covered in dog fur. It's not even on it, it's actually in it. Right, which one are we doing with this? Because I remember one of these being good and one of these being rubbish. If that's even the right word. Yes, it's a pong, bit of a pong. I'm running out of breath. So, I used, there. So this is hard to carry. This is hard to hold. I'm balancing it on my arm here, but anyway. Now what's it called? It's glue of some description. How I put the, I can't even remember what it's called. I'm running out of breath. Anyway, so for the ending, this is how you make masquerade mask, that's it. Anyway, so for the ending, this is how you use nope. Did I say enough? I didn't even say anything about the lips. I didn't, oh my god. Did you want any more information? Let me know in the comments and I'll be able to tell you what I did. I can't remember what I've done here. Oh, good grief, that was a lot.